I need your master.
I like my women like I like my sake. Cool, unfiltered, and on someone else's tab.
Whoa. She won't.
I love this part.
She won't.
What you want?
What you want?
I know what I want. I want a teammate that actually gives callouts.
Ooh.
I'm going over here.
This team on you. Oh, I'm running.
I have a wingman.
Rapido, rapido.
Ooh, Mr. New clip. It's in the bag. Clips for chicks.
Remember, Grim, clips are what civvies use in their hair. That's called a magazine.
Clips for chicks? I say clips for chicks.
Don't care, didn't ask.
Shut up, bitch.
You go fast.
Somebody up
then
here.
Grim, would you eat ass?
Would I eat ass? Yes.
Yes.
Just kidding. No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Directly after the shower.
After the shower, maybe. That's what I'm saying. Oh, what the fuck? So bad right
you sounded like
now.
a motherfucking robot when you said maybe out in the shower. Did not hear you. Could, but
It's
you
just
fucking
bad.
It happens, bro. Happens to the best of us.
Someone's chilling. I cannot hear. Hold on. Oh, he's lit. He's lit up as fuck. I don't know what happened, cause like fucking one is low.
Yeah. I have my jump pad if you want to push.
Okay. Where is it? Where are you? Your top. Okay.
I am above you. I'm gonna drop down to you. It doesn't matter.
Jump back here.
Give me a sec. Recharging shield.
Alright, I'm not gonna take this yet until you're on me.
Okay, go.
They're in here? First floor.
Yeah, one dip.
Double timing it. Grenade.
Oh, you fucking pussy.
Fuck. He got the flank on me. Damn, bro. He got the fucking flank on me. Fuck that motherfucker, bro. Ugh. Oh, I just killed it.
Bullshit.
I can't play right now. That's no bueno.
That's no bueno.
God damn. I don't.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I just don't get. I just don't get genders for it, because why does it really matter about society's opinion at the end of the day? It's kind of like that type of thing. I don't know.
The whole thing is that you're just like, I don't know. It's like you can be depressed, right? But you're like, well, I'm not depressed, so I'm not. It's like shit. I don't get why you'd be depressed. Like some people.
But being depressed is subconscious, though.
And so is gender dysphoria. It's like...
I feel like that's a blatant thing. It's like... That's... You know if you're uncomfortable.
Is feeling discomfort. And you know if you're depressed. Like...
Not really, because depressed can be sad. Being depressed can be mistaken just for being sad. See, there's
Alright.
there's nothing else you could be
Mayo
able to
Clinic.
confuse.
Gender dysphoria is the feeling of discomfort or distress that might occur in people whose gender identity differs from their sex assigned at birth or sex-related physical characteristics. You're literally just... I don't know. Have you ever been, like, fucking stressed out about something?
Sure.
It's like, okay, give me an example of you being stressed out about something.
I don't know. Homework, maybe I had an assignment due and I forgot to do it, or I procrastinated. Okay.
Alright, well, it's like, why are you stressing? Like, you can get it done in time. It's like, shit.
Not if it's the last minute. What do you mean?
If it's the last minute, you still got a minute to do it. You shouldn't be stressing. You got time.
That literally doesn't make sense.
It's like when you get anxiety about something, like getting a shot, or like you say you got fucking, you get anxious about the little fucking air shooty thingies at the optometrist, shoot air into your eye, right?
Okay.
It's like, you know it doesn't hurt. You still get anxious about it though. He's like, why are you getting anxious about it?
Because it's uncomfortable.
And that's the exact same thing that's happening with people with gender dysphoria. It's like, it's uncomfortable to be perceived and to act in this way.
Is it though? Because there are tomboys, which are females that are more or are dressed or act more like males, which is okay and is actually quite common in young females, but it's uncommon for a male boy to act more feminine. I'm so confused. No one looks at tomboys crazy. How no one looks at tomboys crazy, so why would they look at a male any different? I'm so confused. How's that gender dysphoria?
I'm confused too. It's like, that's not gender dysphoria though.
Okay, so
gender dysphoria is being uncomfortable.
So okay, so this is my point. Why would you be stressed? Why would you be stressed?
That's just what fucking happens in their brain.
I guess I understand. It's like, why would you be depressed even though you're depressed, even though you have no reason to be depressed? I don't know.
It's like their brain literally is just built different.
Oh boy. Yeah, I just don't get it. I mean, I get it. But I guess it's the same thing with the person. I don't really get that either. I get it, I understand. But I just don't get it. Like, it seems like a simple fix, but it's not. I guess. I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it either, though. Yeah. I feel like it's overly complicated when it could be simple. But I guess I'm thinking of a perfect world, perhaps.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Like, Afina got a big head, but she got a big head. Like, I don't get it.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Exactly. I'm just doing it to tease you. Afina got a big head. Is she in the bathroom right now?
Damn.
Actually, no, she right there. She laying there. Afina got a big head on the track.
Big head Afina on the track.
I don't think she's happy right now. Wait, Afina.
Yeah?
You got a big head. You got a big head on the track.
I can't hear bullshit. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. Oh, you winning now, huh?
Yeah.
You winning?
The fuck are you doing to your mic?
Laying down.
It sounds like you're laying on your fucking mic.
Not quite, but close.
You just got your fucking mic up your ass?
Pucker your lips. Good night. I don't know. I do not know. It feels like I mean, I don't know. Personally, I mean, is it transphobic? I'm still lost up on the transphobic thing. I mean, I understand, I agree, it is a little transphobic, but is it bad though?
Yes, it's bad.
It's a degree to that degree where you only just don't want to date them just because they're transphobic. Is that bad? I feel like that's a preference at the end of the day. Yes, it's a little transphobic, but it's a preference.
It's
I
just
don't
plain
know.
transphobia.
Just like if someone said, I don't want to date black people just because, I don't know, just the way they look. I guess I don't like their skin color, or I don't want my babies to have that color. I mean, yeah, it's a bit of
That's just
racism.
racist. That's racist.
It's a bit of racist, but I feel like that's also a preference. I don't take offense to that either. You get what I'm saying? I wouldn't take offense to that. I'm like, okay, cool for you. I don't know.
I think that's fucked up. Like, what's wrong with having black skin? Like, why don't you like black skin?
I mean, it's not even just. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I mean that's just like what preferences. Just like if you say like, oh, I like Asian people, or I like white people, or I like Mexican or Caribbean, or so on and so forth.
The
Like,
biggest issue, especially with like,
preferences are biased.
I feel like if
I feel
you,
like
yeah, preferences are biased. That's like, yeah, but is saying that you don't like black skin, like, why don't you like black skin? Like, do you have a
okay, if they
reason for
said
not liking black
they
skin?
don't like it, but I was saying, what if they don't want to date black people? Then I would be like, okay, that's fine. It could be
Then why don't
left
you
at
want to date a
that.
black person?
It would be left at that. Yes, it'd be slightly racist, perhaps to some degree, whatever the reason may be. That's just like me saying I prefer not to date white people, or I prefer not to date so and so. There are people who have preferences like that, and I would be like, okay.
I feel like it also comes down to how close-minded is that person. It's like, damn, they're real nice, like them a lot, but shit, they're black. Wish I could date them, but damn, they're black. Can't date
I don't
them.
even
It's
think it
like,
would go as
that's
far
just
as that. I
racist.
don't feel like it would even go as far as that. Because if it was in that
Because there's,
situation, if it was that situation, I feel like they would be just fine with that race, though. I feel like it comes down really to that. People say that, oh, I want this person, or I have a preference for this, but when it comes down, when they actually meet a person who meets all the requirements, or close to all the requirements, they're willing to compromise for said person.
that's, yeah. If they're willing to compromise, then he's like, shit, I don't really have an issue with that, and hopefully then they would be more open-minded in the future to dating black people or having black friends or whatnot. But if you're
Right.
so close-minded that they meet all the requirements, for companionship and for dating somebody except for their skin color, then you're just blatantly racist. Because at that point it comes down to, why don't you like black people? Like, why is their skin color an issue? Is it because, oh, black people are super aggressive and they like killing people and they like robbing stores and committing crimes and shit? That's just blatant racism, and that's problematic. It's like people, it's like with the trans thing. It's like that just comes from, if you won't date somebody just because they're trans for the sole reason of them being trans, no other issues that come with transgenderism, it's stupid. It's like that also stems from toxic societal norms, and it's like, oh, you're gay, that's gross. And it's like, shit, I don't want to be gay. That woman was a man once, so that means if I date them, now I'm gay, right? So,
I mean, it is that a valid reason though?
it's not a valid reason, and I think it's that reason would be an issue, because then that leads to less of themselves because of such a shallow reason. It's just closed-mindedness.
It is shallow. I would say it is a shallow reason. I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know. I feel, I don't know. That's just like dating a female, right? You know she has like 100 bodies. Let's say she has 100 bodies, right?
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't want to date her because she's been around a lot. I mean, I feel like.
So what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that, though?
What's wrong with it?
Yeah,
It
what's wrong
means
with that?
usually it's a reflection of something else, or personality or character development of said person. There's an underlying issue, typically.
Well, is it an underlying issue, or are they just like having sex? Is like,
See, and that's different. Then they would label themselves a nympho or a porn star. And there are people who don't want to date or get into relationships with said people. That's a preference as well.
once again, I don't understand how you could. Like, I understand it's a preference, but it's like, I think that's silly. It's like shit. They got no STDs. What's the issue?
I understand what you're saying.
Like,
In a fair world, everyone's created perfectly, and if they don't have a real issue such as some type of disease or characters and so on and so forth, I understand what you're saying. But you're literally talking about someone who's going to be with someone the rest of their life, so they have to have an emotional and B in the physical attraction. At least at first with the physical attraction part. I think over time that decreases as your body degenerates, so you care less and less about physical attraction. But being that, especially in your early years of living life, especially, I think that those two will come into play hugely. And without a doubt, you can be like, oh no, oh no, oh no, no. That's what real. That's literally how it works. It's how attraction works. So I mean,
I'm confused as to the relevancy of this.
okay. So my whole point,
Confused on what you're trying to say.
okay. So my whole point with that, right? That was a statement. So my whole point why it's relevant. So I'm saying that people are, at the end of the day, are gonna have preferences. Preferences are biased, and you're gonna be attracted to said person. So an example is that because of society's outlook. An example. I'm gonna give you an example. Use the example that you use. That someone doesn't want to date gender person because that they're solely for the fact that they're transgender. And now let's say that they, like you said, the perfect bodies, perfect world, eyes look good, face look good, booty look good, tits look, look good, whatever the case may be. Let's say they want to transfer for a person because they don't like fake or plastic in a human body, but it looks good, but they just don't like the fact that it's not natural. Okay, okay, I okay. If you don't want to date somebody because they're not all natural, fine. That's a preference. I would say that's an okay
I understand
preference.
that. Yeah, I agree with that.
And the same thing with pornography. If you don't want to date a porn star because that they choose to be in that industry or that's how they make their living, then I would say okay, that's fine. You don't have you shouldn't be forced to because the same thing you're doing about gender dysphoria and how society has this outlook about how what sex should be playing what role in the society, you would be doing the same thing. You're gonna be contradicting yourself
How so?
by saying okay, well you should date a transgender, and if you don't date them, you're transphobic. It's not a good reason. It's transphobic.
I'm not saying that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying if you don't date a trans person that you're transphobic. I'm saying because, like I said, it's like I generally don't find trans women attractive, sexually at least. It's like, yeah, they might have a cute face, but I don't find their body attractive. I don't think that's transphobic. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And if you don't want to date a trans person because they can't have children, or they wouldn't be your children, I'm fine with that. It's like, shit. As long as you're consistent with that in cisgendered people, then I don't see an issue with that. But I have an issue when it comes down to your preference of, like I said, sole reason to not date a trans person would be because they're transgender. I'm always going to delve deeper with a person to understand their preferences if they're willing to go along with that conversation. But yeah, I don't think everybody that wouldn't date a trans person. Like if you say, "Oh well, I don't want to date trans people," I would ask you why, right? And then I go from there. But yeah.
Now, what about the religion piece? And why was a religion?
What do you mean? What
If
part
they
of religion?
said I wouldn't date a transphobic person because I'm religious, or my religion believes in this.
I would just disagree with them because, once again, I think that belief is problematic. I think that's an issue.
I I agree that as far as equality stands, from an equality standpoint or a equality point of view, yes, I would say it's problematic, but I would say it's their life, so it's valid. Does that make sense?
I think
I don't know. It's like, all right, I got it. And it's just like if someone said they don't want to date a black person, I wouldn't even ask why. I don't want to, or I don't have a preference not to date black people. I have a preference, or I feel more attracted, more commonly I'm attracted to such and such white person, sexually attracted to a white person. Okay, fine.
my biggest
I would
issue
leave it at
is
that.
not only is it not equal, but that can also lead to those people that you prefer to not date or don't like. I think that can lead to putting them down, demeaning them, being mean to them, just being an overall general assholes to those people that you have preferences against. I think that's why it's problematic. It's like, I think a Eurocentric, small nose, just general American white woman being idolized so globally is an issue, because that's not global. That is one or two continents, right? So that leads to mental health issues with people that don't look like that. And I think that's why something like that would be problematic. Or, like you said, with not liking black people, right? Like, there's almost always a deeper reason as to why you have a preference, and I think that deeper reason to a preference is what's problematic, not the preference itself. I also think what that preference causes, like I said, about you being mean to somebody or you putting them down, being an asshole to people you have a preference against because of your preference. You're doing that because of what preference you have. And I think that's also something problematic about it. And you're more likely to teach that to your children. And I think if we do want true equality, then that's just a problematic thing. So it's like this. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. It's like this, right? I tend to not like black women more than white women, or on average less than white women or non-black women, because of how they act, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least, like, quote-unquote ghetto people, I guess. I think it's rather annoying, and I just don't like that. It's the same with anybody in that kind of lifestyle and whatnot. So, but once again, I don't completely rule out all black women from my preference, right? So I don't know. Like I said, with wanting equality, I try and treat everybody how I would want to be treated, right? So, but it's just a thing to think about. Excuse me. You trying to play something, Grim? You there, G? Damn. Wake your punk ass up. Oh, oops. person. Guara in T. daddy, I'll grab you there, G. A real grab. What's she doing, G? Let me call this man real quick. Wake your punk ass up, Graham. This man is zoink.
For fuck's sake, Gorimba. He said $1,000. I'll offer him 75.
Peter Kinator.